So right now he's putting in oil. Is he gonna fry something?
I would guess.
Whoa!
Noodles, the top of the street food ladder in Asia.
Oh, that is so good.
And Vietnam is no exception.
Oh my God.
But there's a lot more to noodles here than just pho.
Oh! Today I'm here with Phoebe. What's up, Phoebe?
Hi.
Phoebe is a longtime friend of the show, and she's also a local noodle expert.
Can you find out what kind of noodle it is?
It's like Chị ơi.
Well, at least she's a noodle fan.
I'm impressed.
Today, we're in Saigon, Vietnam, heading to 5 secret noodle locations you won't find in any guidebook.
Oh, where did you learn how to do this?
From rare ingredients
Does it taste like spring to you?
to fiery theatrics that could take off your eyebrows.
Are you okay?
Carving up starts now.
Noodle number 1 out of 5 noodles. We're eating a lot of noodles today, right, V?
Yeah, 5 in total.
Good, not too much. That's too much. Just yeah, it was okay. We're at this market here. What is the name of this market?
Bình Market.
This is the largest wholesale market in Saigon, where you can buy just about anything in bulk.
What kind of noodle is this?
This is the crab noodle.
Crab noodle.
Yeah. Can I have a second? Okay. Me.
Apparently she forgot what kind of noodle this was. So she's cheating right now, and it's well documented.
Miss Phuong inherited this crab soup business from her mother, who's been running it for over 20 years. Their secret, this amazing bowl of crab soup doesn't use any crab at all. Instead, they've replaced it with dried shrimpies.
Chị ơi, hi bún riêu. What did she say?
Can you have the fermented shrimp paste? She doubted it.
Oh, then yes, I can.
The bowl starts with shredded morning glory, bean sprouts, then vermicelli noodles, a whole slice of Vietnamese sausage, pork, shrimp cake, then the broth, which contains blood cake and tofu.
More broth. Too much broth. Get out of there, broth. Oh, more broth again. We made a mistake.
Finally, perilla, fermented shrimp paste, tamarind sauce, and minced chilies on top.
So she said she thought I couldn't handle the mom tom.
No, actually, I said it.
Okay. Mom tom is a fermented shrimp paste. It has a violent aroma, but if you've burnt out your taste buds, then you put it in your food, it's gonna add even more flavor. Oh, that is,
Mom tom.
yeah, it's rotten smelling. It's like rotten athlete's foot, no offense, but you gotta mix it up, right?
Yeah.
That's the point. You don't just eat it directly. We're gonna mix all this up. What is this one?
This is sausage.
Is this jalua?
Bingo.
Good pronunciation, huh? Thank you.
Surprise.
Let's try it out. It's so meaty and savory and warm. That broth has really brought all these meats to life. As far as that fermented shrimp paste, it's like a side note. It's like if I was in a Hollywood movie. I'm not the leading guy, I'm the guy who put the ladder in the scene and then walked away. The noodles themselves really just soaked up that broth. And then boom, another surprise, a blood cake. It's really good. The blood cakes really absorb the flavors of the broth.
Yeah, it's sitting there for hours.
How much is it?
30K?
Really?
Yeah.
It's like less than $1.50 for this whole thing. That's nuts though. Noodle location number 2. Here, we've come to a place where they have mee sao bò.
It's not really just mee sao bò, it's like mee sao phá lấu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Phá lấu is known as offal stew. This is a traditional Vietnamese dish and a popular local drinking food made from cow organs braised in a spiced stock.
You look at these organs, they're so bright and orange.
Yeah.
Usually it's eaten with banh mi bread, but here chef and owner Mr. Q has taken this dish to another level, creating his own 6-dish menu with this colorful standout ingredient.
What are we getting today?
Cow intestine with pasta noodle.
This mystery meat spaghetti starts with garlic, butter, then the star of the show, chopped beef organs, then broth and sugar. Toss that around, and then more broth, tamarind sauce, and finally the spaghetti noodles. Finish it with the Vietnamese touch of morning glory.
Okay, so this is kind of a pasta. I mean, how do you distinguish pasta from ramen, from bun?
I see on the label.
On the label it said pasta?
Yeah.
If it says pasta, it's pasta. Is that intestine?
Yeah, it's too intestine.
I don't think it feels too straight to be intestine.
So many different parts of the intestine. So there's the young one, the big one that do the...
Well, I have a lot of that one. And then what's this little black part? Is that another intestine? A third or fourth
No,
one?
at first I mistaken it as a lung.
But I think it's a spleen.
No, it's not spleen. Does it taste like spleen to you?
What is it?
Pancreas.
Try again. You can do it.
Pancreas.
Pancreas.
Is that correct? Stop looking at the pronunciation.
It's like when your pancreas is wondering about something. It might be pancreas. Okay, let's try some of this intestine. It's pretty squishy, chewy, a little animal-y, but not too bad. I'm gonna get some of this pasta now. Simple, straightforward, tons of tamarind. Let's try it out. I like this kind of a noodle more than bun. The vermicelli noodle is like very soft and it can get soggy quickly.
Yeah, this one is so chewy.
Yeah, it's got some texture to it and it's really just soaked up that buttery goodness. So good.
In the distant past, long ago, there was a secret art of noodle making. Mr. Duck has learned this ancient craft from a friend of a friend.
How you doing? Sincha.
Now he's built a business around it that's been going strong for the last 2 years.
Where did you learn how to do this?
He said he's inspired from Japanese cuisine, from the udon noodle. But he wanted to make it differently. He wanted to bring the Vietnamese taste into this.
Fantastic, I love it. Super creative. It's
Yeah, I
food
love
and a
it.
show at the same time, and we definitely can't go to movie theaters right now, so that's as much of a show as we're gonna get.
The blanched noodles are topped with mustard greens, egg, a shrimp or two, squid, beef, sliced beef balls, fried garlic, chili oil, celery, pepper, and finally the broth, paired with giant pork bones that were used to make the stock.
Wow, check out this dish, it looks real good. Now, he said he was kind of inspired by folks in Japan, and if you actually look at the dish, it's so neat
Yeah.
and organized. I'm impressed. So I think we should jump into this, into ball slice.
Now that sounds wrong.
Why are you looking off screen to the HR department? They can't help you now. Should we try it out?
Yeah, that's right.
Beef. That's a fantastic beef ball. It's very peppery and meaty, like it doesn't have a bunch of fillers. All right, so the noodles are here and they have a really interesting texture. It's kind of like that homemade banbao we had recently where it has some imperfections and that's what makes it nice. Like it's not a uniform shape. Some are more thick, some are more thin, some are more clumpy.
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right, let's give it a try.
Very nice.
Silky smooth.
I like it.
Yeah, the broth is delicious. Definitely Saigon style. A little sweet, a little savory, and those two things. What's going on here? This is dinosaur meat?
It's pork.
Oh, it's pork. So these bones have been presumably boiled for a very long time. It looks like the meat comes off pretty easily. Oh, yeah. That's a nice little side treat.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so soft and
It's so
fatty
good. Ooh, it's
and
so-
gelatinous. You can see if you look closely, all of the collagen, all of the fat has really rendered down and become one with the broth that we're sipping on right now.
This is the biggest bones I ever had.
You guys heard it here first. I didn't say anything and I didn't suggest anything, so you're on your own. Wow, guys, are you still watching this video? We just ate 3 different types of noodles, but we still have 2 more noodles to go. Do you think there are people still watching?
I hope so.
Guys, please keep watching. We need the ad revenue, honestly. I can't pay most of my staff this month. All right, back to the fun video. Nighttime, Ho Chi Minh City. These streets don't sleep. It's pretty wild out here. And if you're not careful, you could get a bad bowl of noodles. But we've come here, QUANG Ho. Is that right?
Yep, hủ tiếu Hồ.
Open along this street for over 15 years. Here, they have one of the best bowls of hủ tiếu you'll find anywhere. A Chinese dish made from square-shaped noodles, swimming in a distinct medicinal broth.
Why do you think it's named QUANG Ho? I would call myself a QUANG Ho because I love hủ tiếu, but why do you think they call it that?
Originally, the broth is added with tapioca flour so that it make it thick. Ho in this context mean thick,
Oh.
blueness,
Ooh,
like
thick.
the blue.
THIC.
not like the
THICC.
whole.
Let's order 2.
Yeah, let's get 2 bowls. 2.
Square sheets of noodles are blanched and topped with pork organs, including stomach, intestine, and tongue. Then scallions, a generous dose of grounded black pepper, and finally their medicinal broth, which contains pork blood cake.
So here we have it, this big, beautiful sheet of rice noodle. And then aside from those impressive noodles, we got blood cake, pork, I mean, a little bit of everything in here. Let's go for it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very porky broth that's really soaked into that noodle. Of course, you know, it's a rice noodle. Rice noodles are pretty tender usually. It's pretty soft. And try some of this broth.
The broth is so rich.
Oh yeah, it feels different from a typical Vietnamese broth. You said medicinal, it really scared me. When we were up north in Hanoi, we had that medicinal chicken that they cook inside of a can. Do you start with that? That was medicinal, like it tasted like straight up old school medicine.
Yeah.
This does not, this just tastes delicious.
Yeah. In this case, they just use a little bit of the medicinal herb so that it can balance the strong taste of the pork.
How do you say broth in Vietnamese?
Nước lèo.
Nước lèo. Chị ơi, em thích nước lèo.
Nước lèo. Dạ,
Nước lèo. Ngon quá. Ngon.
Ngon hả?
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Chấm cái này nè. Cái này là phải chấm cái này.
Oh, shoot. I'm putting a blood cake in the sauce here. She's saying go for it. I'm getting the approval.
Chấm cái nồi mà ít.
Unbelievable. So delicious. Super fun place. I like it.
Our final noodle location, Black Chef, a place where cooking isn't just a job, it's a passion.
Boom. Okay, so right now we're at the Black Chef, our final noodle location. I was told this is some kind of crazy noodle experience, but so far it seems pretty mellow. He's got the noodles, they're soaked in right here in a broth, no big deal.
The owner, Mr. Tom, the mind behind these fire noodles. He crafted this masterpiece in order to build upon his noodly legacy. The fire noodles start with a blanched egg, blanched greens, and noodles. Then there's even more blanching. The beef shank, the duck breast, then tropical palm seeds, usually used for desserts until now. Lastly, mushrooms. He adds some broth, then scallions and coriander. So far, these fire noodles are lacking some fire. Until now. In a separate pan, he heats up some oil.
Is he gonna fry something?
Then he adds the fireworks.
Oh, big fire. Whoa! Are you okay?
I'm safe. I'm alive.
Wow, that was crazy. When that fire went by, I was like, what? I'm totally surprised. We didn't plan this in pre-production.
I was speechless.
Yeah, like we can roll it back. Well, do you know what that is? Okay, this looks like a masterpiece. Look at this huge piece of brisket. We got an egg. What is this, ham?
Guess. What is it?
It kind of tastes like a delicious ham.
It's smoked goose.
Oh, it's smoked goose, which to me can taste like ham sometimes. Let's try these noodles. These look fantastic. Oh my God, that's so good. Whatever oil broth combination he puts on at the end, it gives a charred, smoky flavor to everything in this bowl. So these noodles almost taste a bit smoky. Look at this big, meaty brisket. I'm gonna take a bite of this.
I really don't know how to eat this without being messy.
Oh, you just gotta take a bite off of it like this. A little messy.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Oh, it's so meaty.
I like the smoky taste that have.
Each day, there are only 10 bowls served, each for the ridiculous price of about $2.50.
He must be losing money somehow. I mean, there is like roasted goose, there's brisket, there's a plethora of noodles, and there's a show, there's fireworks.
So why only 10? For the creator of this dish, these particular noodles aren't a source of income. They're an art, and likely a good marketing tool.
This is the first time I see someone put the sugar palm fruit in a bowl of noodle.
Yeah, sugar palm. Wow.
It just looks like a squid.
Yeah, I thought it was a squid too. And it's so unlike anything I've seen in Vietnam. But he's a Vietnamese chef, right?
He is a Vietnamese chef. However, he used to work in an Italian restaurant, so that way he learned all this technique and skill from.
This is one of the best bowls of noodles I've had today. But I'm very surprised by the huge variety. There's stuff we had that's purely Vietnamese, some stuff that's a little bit of fusion. But man, right here in Saigon, Vietnam, I did not expect to find so much variety in delicious noodles as we did today.
Yeah, I mean, even me as a local living here for like almost 5 years now, I'm surprised that these dishes even exist.
Noodles. From north to south, I've eaten dozens of varieties throughout this country. Wet and dry, long and flat, hand-pulled and machine-made. What I know for sure is Vietnam does noodles like no one else.
Let us know in the comments below, what noodles did we miss? Are there other noodles we should have eaten that we did not eat? Let us know in the comments. Quick thanks to Bibi. Bibi? That's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Peace.